All right, Gator Nation, welcome back to the Gator Nation podcast. I am the GNP, Gator Nation Principal Moten, and I'm happy to have with me today our Spanish teacher, Senora Silva. How you doing, Miss Silva?
Good. Thank you for the invitation. Excited to be here.
Okay, awesome. So, Miss Silva, you teach Spanish here at Dutchman Creek, and you've taught Spanish here for a while, so
Yes.
I've definitely enjoyed having you here on the staff. Tell us about yourself. Tell the audience who you are, your background, and something that inspired you to become a teacher.
Okay, so I am from Venezuela, which is in South America, and I've been working at the Creek since 2018. That was your first year also. And I came here with my family. I have 3 girls, my husband, and we love the community in Rock Hill since we got here. I started teaching English in Venezuela. I was an English teacher there, and then I was curious. I wanted to live in an English-speaking country. So I applied for a job, and here I am. I got hired to teach Spanish in the English-speaking country, the United States.
All right. That's awesome, and we're certainly glad that you landed here at Dutchman Creek. So, as a Spanish teacher, you're teaching English-speaking students primarily the Spanish language.
Yes.
What's your biggest challenge?
Sometimes is some kids are like, why do I need to learn these? Why do I have to speak Spanish? And then it's my job to share with them that around the world, I tell them this. The majority of the people speak at least 2 languages. So we can be left behind. So we need to do that. Learning languages is a way to approach cultures and understanding why people do or act different ways. Language is a great opportunity to bring cultures to the class.
Okay. So, what are some of your key goals as a teacher outside of learning to speak the language? You kind of hit on culture. Mm-hmm. So, what are some of your other goals when you're working with students?
I need to follow the curriculum. First of all, they have to learn how to read, write, understand, and that's my goal. And I want them to like to learn. They like to learn. That's what I want. Like they want to go and listen to music in Spanish, and they want to feel curious. Like, what are they saying? What does it say? Or they would like to try a recipe from a country that we talked about when we do the lesson. And I wanted to feel curious about what people in other places do, or why they eat what they eat, or how the instruments that they use, like culture. That's my biggest thing. And they all want to know what does the song say? What is this friend telling me? So that is one of the main things they want to know when they're in the class.
Okay. So, we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th all the way to October 15th.
Yes.
So, as it relates to culture and heritage, why do you think it's important for students to learn about Hispanic culture, particularly during Hispanic Heritage Month?
So, I tell them when we start the month on the 15th of September, we tell them that in the United States, the Hispanics, the people who come from Spanish-speaking countries, are the second largest majority, and they have done a lot for the country. And I tell them that there are 21 Spanish-speaking countries, and we talk a little bit about all of them, and they're all impressed. Like, really? I thought it was only like Colombia or Mexico. So we learn about that. We are in a global world, so the Spanish Heritage Month is a great opportunity to portray those people who have done a lot for the United States in the arts, in the politics, in many fields. So, yes.
Awesome. So, how can parents in our school community help support your efforts as it relates to the recognition of Hispanic Heritage Month?
Try something that is Hispanic related.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, there are festivals in many places. There are foods in many places in Rock Hill or Charlotte, mostly Charlotte. Concerts. I would love for them to try something like a dish, like let's try something from a country like Honduras. Let's Google something and we try. Why would they eat these? So they could do. I would love for the parents to do that with their kids. Watch some cartoons. It's silly.
That's my favorite thing to do.
It is. That's how I learned a lot of my English, when I was watching cartoons, because you don't have to think about what they say. You just watch the cartoons, and yes, it's a great opportunity. Music. There are so many right now. So yes, do something like that. I tell them, follow somebody from on Instagram, like a celebrity or somebody in sports. If you like baseball, there are so many baseball players that are from Spanish-speaking countries. So you can follow them and see what they say, what they do. So it's a great opportunity. Right now with the media and social media, we have no excuses to not be aware of what's going on. So yes.
Well, just very quickly, I remember taking Spanish in high school, and my Spanish teacher was my head football coach, Dan Dickerson, and I was scared out of my mind. So I sat in his class. He gave us all names that were similar to our actual name, that had a Hispanic heritage to it. So my name was Clemente.
Clemente, like the baseball player.
Yeah, like Roberto Clemente. Yes. So, but I was scared because he was my head football coach. So I was very silencio. I didn't say much. So what advice would you give to students like me that would be somewhat afraid to speak up or to engage fully in the experience of learning Spanish?
There you go. So in the class, we have a lot of activities. Some of them are individual, some of them are group. So I tell them, if you're quiet, if you don't want to speak up, let's use the group activities where everybody's saying something or doing something, so you can start doing that. And it is okay to be quiet for a time. Actually, that's how you learn to speak. You go quiet for a while, and then when you are 2 or 1, you start saying things. You don't start speaking when you are born. So let's try to do that.
Oh, that makes sense.
It is okay. Yeah. It is okay to be quiet for a while, and when you feel comfortable, you will start saying things. So that's what I try to do in the class. Some of them are like, from day one, they want to say things, and it's part of their personality. But if you're quiet, there's going to be a time for you to be saying something without a beep on the spot. And that's what I try to do when we do like repetition and reading aloud for the whole class. So that's what we do. So that's a great thing. When your time comes and when you're ready, you'll be ready. Don't be scared, terrified, because that's not the idea. At some point, you'll have to be by yourself and you're going to be on the spot. But it's okay to be quiet for a while.
Well, I love Coach Dickerson, but I wish I had you as my Spanish teacher.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your time. You know, this is important to me to showcase to the Dutchman Creek community all of the wonderful teachers and the students and the different things we have going on here at Dutchman Creek. So thank you for being courageous enough to be on the podcast with me this morning. The thing that I love to do at the end, that we showcase to everybody, is you got to give us your very best, deep down in your heart, go Gators, to close us off.
So I'm going to do it in Espanol. How about that?
All right.
So it will be Vamos Cocodrilos. But I'm going to say it with like, can I scream here?
Yeah,
okay.
Go for it.
Vamos Cocodrilos.
All right.